So we're back with another stream about Sun Tzu and the art of war. We're going to talk about one of the statements in the art of war. All warfare is based upon or is based on deception. And that includes Fortnite. It includes it in two ways that directly affect my style of play, which, anyone can use. Even an aggressive player can be sneaky and use cover. And by doing those things, even aggressive players can become more successful. When you're dealing with a player who's not as good as you, of course, it's fairly easy to be aggressive. But when you're dealing with a player that's as good or better than you and you're not, this is where the deception comes in. If you can't outplay them, maybe you can outthink them. And one of the ways of outthinking them is to mislead them into thinking that you're going to do something that you're not. Then there's also the part of it where you simply have to do things in a way that isn't predictable. How to explain that properly? You have to deceive the enemy, the opponent, because they're going to expect you to do something based upon usually how players do it. Most players don't know. You're up against them one time. You really have no way of knowing what it is that player is going to do. So you assume, in many cases, that player is going to do what all players tend to do. So in that case, I went one way and then cut back. Now I'm going to sneak into this bush. So even little deceptions. Even when you're out in the open and you're moving across open ground, rather than just running in a straight line, you should be zigzagging a little. Okay? It's very subtle, but enough that it makes it harder to snipe you. Okay? And that's a mechanical level. Misdirection. Literally. You're misdirecting their aim by moving back and forth. Okay? And then all the way up to meta, where you're looking at how players act in the game and your strategy takes advantage of that. So this camping in a bush, this is a deception. Okay? I'm deceiving people as to my position. Okay? They don't know where I am. And they have no way of knowing where I am unless they use a scanner. And the odds are that no one is going to scan this area. It's going to happen, but not often enough that it represents a strategic threat. Okay? And this gives me the element of surprise. Surprise is power. In Fortnite, deception and surprise are your allies. And this season, of course, we have the Wraith and boons, like the Dash or the Rift. It makes it less predictable. You can get away. Cars are pretty predictable. You know, even the Rift is dangerous because they know you're in the air. So a simple way of looking at it is never be where your enemy thinks you're likely to be. Okay, don't hide and don't move in obvious places. Don't hang around obvious spots like gas stations. I mean, yeah, okay, if you're looking for a fight, a gas station is a good place. Okay? Yes, and you can use your mobility, not just to run away from a fight, but you can use them to move to an area of the map where you get an advantage in a fight, as in high ground, or you could move to a part of the map that's cleared by the zone and the storm in the end game, where there's less likely to be people and where you can establish a position before other people can and gain the element of surprise. All part of the meta. And probably these are things that most people are doing but not really thinking about. You should always attack where the opponent is unprepared and from where you're not expected to be. And often a place to do that is to camp near someplace where someone is going to go when they're desperate, or to camp on the edge of a zone so that when people come out of the storm, and they're hurting, you have an advantage. Definitely third party. You want to show up at that fight at the end of it when they're both weak and they're both just about dead, okay? That's when you want to show up. And you know what? Honestly, if you don't get both of them, fine. You need to get the last one. Getting the boons, well, that's part of this season. I will, if I have a chance, get one of the sprites and take it to the obelisk thingies. But it's gonna disappear next season, so don't get, I don't try not to become too reliant upon it. And I don't push anymore unless I know what I'm pushing into. I try to avoid the medallions. Oh, here we go. Oh, see, and look, I'm still not anywhere in the top 25 yet, so I'm not strategically in a good position to fight yet. Getting a kill now is not worth dying for, okay? That'll happen in the top 10. Definitely not before the top 25, okay? The only time I'm going to get a kill now is when I'm forced to take one, or when I have an obvious advantage and I feel it's safe to do so. Patience is my best friend here. Just wait, let other people do the fighting for me. This is why I tend to land in the center of the map, because for the first 3 or 4 storm zones, I may not have to move at all. I can stay in one place. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not fun, okay? This takes discipline. Okay, this is not, if you want to go out and have fun, this is not the way to play. Okay, if you want to have fights, engage, this isn't it. This is the opposite of that. Okay, this is for when you don't want to, when you can't. Okay, when you can't be just having fun. So, tournaments, ranked, uh, just getting up in Fortnite Tracker, or leveling up, or days when you don't feel like really being aggressive, or you want to practice this here. Okay, now we got somebody on a board. Chances are they're gonna go right by. Yes. See now, when people have mobility, they often will just zoom around looking for other people who have mobility. And they often don't check along the way looking for people who are not obvious. Okay, there we go, top 25. Okay, so now, 3/4 of the way home, I am assured of at least some sort of placement now. And there's only 23 other players left. And I still don't really have to move. I can still wait, so my strategy is still the same. I know these people are going to be aggressive. I know they're looking for fights. I know they're looking for action. And I can count on that because those people will fight and eliminate one another, and I don't have to at this point. Now, I have another bush just ahead of me here. Actually, I have quite a number of options here for bushes. I have no rush. Here, I'll gatekeep the back door here. And this bush may give me the element of surprise. There's a natural channel along the edge of the hill. They can go over the top, that side, or they can go over this side, but they can't come right through the top there easily. Well, I guess they could. They could slide right down there. It's pretty exposed. So I'm going to assume that they're going to be coming from this side, along there, or on this side. So I'm going to use those trees as the dividing line. Watch here and watch there. But I don't think anybody's going to show up. Oh, maybe. Okay, so look around, look sideways on my flanks. Oh, I'm gaining shield, which isn't always, well, it doesn't really matter. No, I definitely want to stay in the low ground here. Looking right. Left, right, left. Water for long. Check the bush. Okay, now I'm in this gray rock here. This is really good for me because of this skin. It really blends in here. And it's kind of dark. It's actually it's possible for me to almost hide in plain sight here. Because if I'm not moving, people won't notice me. This is good here because I can control my back door. Oh, I wish I was a little... No, I'm gonna keep pushing into zone here. That bush isn't gonna do me. Johnny. I wonder if Johnny can talk. Oh, there's Survivor 3. So I can take a little bit of a chance now. Well, it's not a ranked match, so I really don't care at this point, do I? No. Could I hire this kid? I think so. Oh, I don't really want to, though. It's not a match. Okay. All right. Be where people do not expect. All right. Oh. Honestly, I don't like swimming. See a rift. Taking a chance. Alright. Oh, that was kind of cool. I need to get zoned for this. I need not to get shot at. I think this is a nice place right here. I don't know if anybody saw me, but evidently not. Nice place for a ninja to camp out, actually. Not where anybody would expect me to be, you see. And I'm in the center. I still gotta move. But what I'm waiting here for is top 5. Okay, playing for placement. I wonder what happened to my... Oh, here, I got somebody in my lobby. Or in my... Yeah, I got somebody in my lobby, but I also got somebody in my space here. I got 25 seconds and 50 seconds. Oh. Sorry, Johnny. Where do I gotta go? Oh, one thing I gotta lose. Oh, there's just me and two. Alright, sneaky here. There it is! And that's how you win them. Okay. One shot. The Art of War. And that's how a lowly grunt wins a game of Battle Royale. Low and slow. And then take that headshot at the end. Thank you for watching. We're going to let him enjoy himself here. He earned this. He can play. He can enjoy these last few minutes, or last few seconds in this on the island. Last man standing. You go, you blow your horn, lowly grunt. You blow that thing. Good job. Way to play. Another win. Another day, another dollar. Know the meta, know your tools. He who occupies the field of battle first and awaits his enemies is at ease. Position win those fights. When the enemy is relaxed, make them toil. When full, starve them. When settled, make them move. Create pressure, deny comfort. Break heels, destroy cover, and constantly poke when you have the upper hand. Don't let people just sit back. All right. And so concludes in yet another chapter.